It is, well, what is it? 3-cylinder engine with cylinder deactivation, if you can believe it. We are actually already at 222 on the speedo, and we are having a good time. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are driving the all-new 2021 Ford Puma ST. It is, well, what is it? It is a bug-eyed version of the Fiesta ST. It is a little SUV crossover compact weird thing, and it has the same ingredients as the Fiesta ST, just a little bit higher and a little bit bigger. So today I'm going to show you around it. We're going to take a look at all the cool stuff on it that makes it an ST, and then we'll take it for a drive on this beautiful road. We came here especially for this car because we know that, of course, the ST cars always drive so well, especially the small ones. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. And after that we'll take it to the Autobahn, of course. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to receive updates when we upload a new video. And check us out on Instagram if you like, at AutoTopNL. Alrighty, so let's get one thing out of the way. I don't really like this segment of car. I think if you want a small, fun, nice handling hot hatch, you should just get the Fiesta ST, because it's lighter, it's smaller, it's more nimble, it's going to be better than this handling wise. And if you want something that's a little bit bigger and more practical, get the Focus ST, because this is really neither here nor there. But we're going to treat it like any other review. So we're going to take a look at all the stuff they've done to make this an ST, because as you can see, you have this bug-eyed front. It is quite funky looking, and at first I thought it was super ugly, but I don't know, maybe it's kind of funny. And I think if you get a bit of a darker shade on it, like dark blue or dark gray or black maybe, I think the car will look a little bit less like a Pixar character, because this is mean green, also known as Kermit green. I don't know, it is an ST specific color, but I don't know, I really don't like it that much. Now, ST, we've got a black front with a different grille for the ST and a different front bumper, the lower part, with that Ford Performance written on there, a little bit of a splitter here. It is a lot more aggressive than the standard Puma, which is really bug-eyed and a bit like, I don't know, cross-eyed even. This looks a bit more aggressive. We've got 19-inch wheels, which is one size bigger than usually. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. This rubber has been developed together with Ford specifically for this car, apparently. So this tire, this version of the Pilot Sport 4S is specifically for this car, which is something not many manufacturers do in this segment. We've got black mirrors and a little bit of a black inlay, a black roof spoiler. At the rear we've got a Puma logo badge, and we've got an ST badge right there, which I was debating with Martijn if that is the right placement. I don't know, I feel like it should maybe be here or something. It feels a bit weird low, but anyway. We've also got this dual exhaust, which is really nice, thin metal. It's a proper exhaust, and it sounds a bit metallic as well. Sometimes you get a bit of a crackle. It's quite cool. So the engine, of course, we'll take a look at that as well, which is a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine with cylinder deactivation, if you can believe it. So it will run on 2 cylinders on the highway and stuff, and you can really feel it. It's really irregular, but it is kind of fun. And this engine is really nice. It is so full of zing, and I don't know, it's just a fun engine. Delivers 200 horsepower and 320 newton meters of torque, which is 30 more than the Fiesta ST. Although I think the Fiesta ST has 290, but I think you have 320 with overboost as well. So in here there are a few things which stand out. One, we've got a great steering wheel. This is super nice. I mean, it's nice and thick, it's relatively small, I don't know, it just works. We've got great seats as well. ST seats, these are super supportive, nice and snug, and they look cool as well. And we also have the carbon fiber trim here. Now, when I did my review of the Fiesta ST, I said that it had some kind of hideous fake carbon trim. Now, I was checking this out earlier. I don't think this is real, but it looks pretty real. So yeah, kudos. This is a lot better than the ugly stuff in the Fiesta. We also have B&O, audio, and I forgot something I wanted to show you guys, which is the practicality part. So I'll start here. If you have the seat, this is quite far forwards, but now I can sit here as a large gentleman. If you're 6 feet, I think you can sit in the rear pretty nicely. We've got an electrically opening boot, which is pretty premium for a car in this segment. And if we get rid of the suitcase, we can also check out this, which is an extra mega box underneath the loading area, which has a plug. So you can actually open this and drain water. So you can put your dirty stuff in here, and then after that you can just hose it down and get rid of the water. It also has this super smart solution for holding up the cover. I think that is just absolutely brilliant. So you just lift it up and those two come out, and then after that you just do like that. So it is a little bit more practical than I thought. I will say that, but interior space, it's not that much bigger than a Fiesta. So I don't know if this really is a viable option between the Fiesta and the Focus. Anyway, we're going to drive it, which should be fun. And the first thing you notice is the seating position. I mean, there are some things that Ford just always gets right. Part of it is because it has this great Recaro bucket seat, but everything else is also placed to perfection. So what does it feel like if we compare it to its little brother, the Fiesta ST? Now we're going to go for track mode, which is the most aggressive setting. And this activates all the electronic stuff. So we don't have any dampers or anything like that. It's just throttle input and stuff like that. And a little bit of sound. Oh, and you have that little 3-cylinder rumbling away. You've got that little bit of a rumble through the exhaust as well. But honestly, this engine, comparing it to some of the much more powerful 4-cylinders with like 300 horsepower, which I would say is the next step up, this is just so much more entertaining. And yes, those like 300 horsepower hot hatches with the double clutch gearboxes, they are going to be much better for daily use, because this is truly aimed at driving fun, and you can feel that through everything, because the setup of this car is quite, well, unconventional, I would say, because it is super firm, hard, aggressive. And uncompromising almost. It has these special dampers called force vectoring dampers, which means that if you go through a corner and it loads up, it will become more firm. So it's not really electronically adaptive, but it is a little bit adaptive. But man, the way they've been able to make this little thing handle is really impressive. They have stiffened it up. It's 50% stiffer at the rear, the torsion beam. It is 100 kilos heavier than the Fiesta ST though, so that is a bit compromising, of course, but you don't really feel like it's underpowered when you drive it, because it feels really like zippy. And yeah, it is much better than I was expecting. I have to be honest, I was expecting it to be like awkward, but it's really not. If you go for the performance package, you also get launch control and a Quave limited slip diff. So you do have the classic Ford performance hardware in this car as well. And that's what I think strikes me most, is that they didn't try to take the easy route, you know. They really tried to make this car feel as good as it could be in their eyes, and feel as close to the Fiesta ST as possible, which is quite hard considering it's 100 kilos heavier. But it really has that same feeling, that same, I don't know, agile, stiff, aggressive character. The only thing I keep coming back to is the fact that all the great handling stuff, it's going to be better in a Fiesta ST, of course. So if that's what you want, then you should buy a Fiesta ST, because hands down that's the best in its class. It is so much fun. But if you have your mind set on one of these little compact crossover SUVs or whatever they call it, there's really nothing you can compare it to, because no one has a hot version in this segment. So they've really created their own little niche, which is a bit ridiculous, but it is a lot of fun. All right, let's take it to the Autobahn. So how does that work? Launch control in a manual. I mean, we've shown it before, but just press OK, full throttle, release it, and there we go. And that should be 6.7 seconds, somewhere around those lines. But it is quite difficult to get that, because, you know, it's a manual and you have to have it spot on. Top speed is 220 kilometers an hour, so not that high, but now we are in track mode, so that means that we do have the exhaust valve open, so you have a little bit more sound in here. It is not as loud as the Fiesta ST. They have deliberately programmed it to be less aggressive sound wise. But it is quite empty. Of course, when we have a car with a top speed of 220 kilometers an hour, it's this empty. We are actually already at 222 on the speedo, and we are having a good time. So we'll see how high it will go, how far. I mean, this is not bad really. The suspension and stuff is still pretty good. Brakes are good as well. Brake pedal feel, all that stuff is always really good with Ford ST cars. So yeah, I don't know how much fun it is to keep doing these long pulls to 226, but anyway, as always, the Ford ST car is a lot of fun to drive. It's a lot of value for money. I mean, you get a lot of stuff in here as well. We've got a heated windshield, we've got wireless charging in here, we've got all the safety systems. So no complaining there. It's about, in the Netherlands, it's about 8,000 euros more expensive than a Fiesta ST and 10,000 euros cheaper than a Ford Focus ST. So I don't know. I don't know if I would choose this over a Focus ST. or over a Fiesta ST. That's the thing I keep coming back to, as I said. 100 to 200 performance, we also measured that, of course, 22.14 seconds, which is not that fast, but also not that slow. It's around a VW Polo GTI with DSG. I think also the thing about this car is it's a lot of fun to drive, so maybe I shouldn't be so practical and I just should think, well, it's another fun car to drive on the market for people to buy, to choose. It's another flavor in the Ford ST range, which should always be applauded. So maybe I should look at it that way and just say, well, there's another ST on the market. If you like it, go buy it. And I think I'm going to end it there, because otherwise I'm going to keep going and I don't know, I think it's enough. 227 on the speedo, I don't think it will go any faster than that. And I'm going to end the review here. You can subscribe by clicking the big, 228! You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video or go check out this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye!